Did that work? I hope so. Usually that light comes on. There it is. Okay. All right, so now we're recording. All right, everybody. So prospecting, training, kind of going back to some basics. I've got a little bit of an eclectic group of salespeople now. I got some greener ones. I got some more experienced ones. So, like I said, just going back to basics here as far as prospecting goes. So just want to start off with a general question to everybody. There's 3 different types of prospecting sales calls we can make. Can anybody tell me what those 3 types are?
I'm going
Like
to
a cold
say
sales?
Cold. I heard cold. That's one.
In-house?
In-house would kind of be a warm call, so that's the second one I was looking for. Cold calls, warm calls, and then hot leads would be the third one. Move this out of the way. Down there. So cold calls, pretty much the prospect has no personal association with us. We're kind of reaching out just to see initially, do they have a need for travel or not? Warm calls would be an example like an in-house. We know they've got some sort of need because they're staying with us for some reason. So you've got some sort of connection to the business or the client. And then hot leads are qualified prospects. So just a little bit more depth. Cold calls, exactly what they sound like, door-to-door introductions, picking up the phone, going on outside sales calls, doing some cold calling, more some sort of connection. Maybe somebody in the company stays at the hotel. You can use that as kind of a testimonial support as your key selling point. Or if you're referred by a common contact, be another example. You can drop that name and kind of get the conversation started with them. And then hot leads are qualified prospects. They're either currently doing business with us or interested in doing business with us. Oh, hang on, somebody's joining. Uh-oh, I can't get it there. There it goes. Oh, there's Edith. Yay. And Kim. Got them all. Love it.
I'm here too, Jenny. I'm sorry. I'm kind of back and forth. It's Carrie.
Oh, hi, Carrie. How are you?
Hi.
My only GM to join. I love it.
I can't get in the computer side. It's not letting me in, but.
Oh, I don't. Okay.
Oh, you know what? I think it's because I changed my password.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so that was you that joined from the 518, not Edith. But I see Kim's on. So good morning, Kim. Can you
Good
hear
morning.
me? There you
Yes.
are. Okay. All right. Well, we're just getting started. I just started the first slide. We did kind of a little introduction deal that you missed. So if you just want to tell everybody name, property, how long you've been with Shockt, and one good personal that's happened to you in the past week or so.
Well, Kim Gustin, Hilton Garden, 3 years with Shockt, and a good personal. Well, I'll just say something fun. On Father's Day, my husband and I went out to dinner and went and saw the new Jurassic World movie, and it was like better than I anticipated, so I absolutely loved it. It was nice to kind of have a little date night because my daughter's up north with my mother for the summer, so that was, a fun evening out.
Awesome. I went and saw that movie over the weekend too at the drive-in.
Oh my God, I thought it was so good.
Yeah, it was decent. And then I got too cold and tired to stay for Top Gun, but I'll go back one day.
Ooh, Top Gun's good too. I saw that a couple weeks ago. It was good.
Okay. All right. So we were just talking about types of sales calls, cold calls, warm calls, hot leads. So I think I was at hot leads there. But they're currently doing business or they're interested in doing business with us, potential for room nights or business within our market kind of deal. These ones we should have some of their pertinent information ready before we pick up the phone and call them or drop by their office and visit them. So we've got an idea of what they're looking for. Makes it a hot lead. And then there's some different ways to prospect. So telephone prospecting would be one. Can somebody tell me another one?
Cold calling, knocking on doors.
All right. Telephone. So how can we communicate? How can we prospect? Either telephone,
Oh, internet
Email.
searches.
emails one. Yep. And then a lot of times we get what? Voicemails. So, we're going to talk about telephone prospecting first. So essentially with a telephone prospect, you guys have like 30 seconds before we're going to lose their attention. So I think in past trainings, we've kind of done like an elevator speech. And for those of you that are new, if I haven't sent you the recorded trainings from the past, let me know and I'll get those over to you. That'll kind of give you a little more enlightenment on the elevator speech deal. But we want to make sure we talk about relevance, provide a clear reason for why we're reaching out to them immediately to keep their attention. Let them know we've chosen them as a prospect because we want to be business partners and build a relationship with them. Make your reasons known, and quickly get into it, what's in it for them kind of deal. So I've got some examples of some telephone prospecting here. That out of the way. Can I get a couple volunteers to read these? Somebody read the cold lead examples.
I will.
can't get in this part.
I'm not seeing the screen, and I'm not sure why.
Did you click the link and then log into Teams to see it?
I clicked on the link that says click here to join the meeting,
And then it should take you to Teams, and that's how you see it.
and I hit continue on this browser, and then it just shows me, I'm reloading it here. It just says choose, oh, hang on. Okay, never mind, just kidding. I'm
Got
good.
it? Okay.
Yep.
Oh, there you are. Yep, I see you now. Okay. All right, who said I will to read the cold lead examples?
Janelle.
Janelle, go ahead.
The purpose of my call is to discuss the opportunity of becoming a preferred hotel for your company, and in doing so, create more options for your travelers. Can we read the bottom too?
Yep.
I am calling you today because of the travel you have in the area. With the 500 room nights you're sending to this area, I can offer you a discounted rate for you to take advantage of by adding us as a preferred option and offer a simple booking tool for your company to easily book reservations.
Awesome. Thank you. So it's quick, straight to the point. Somebody want to volunteer to read the warm lead examples?
I'll read the warm lead.
Thanks, Kim.
You're welcome. Okay, it was great to meet you last week at the Chamber Networking event. I am following up with you based on our discussion around some challenges you were having with your current hotel partner. I would like to discuss some solutions to these specific challenges that I have come up with. I am calling because we have seen a decline in production over the past quarter. For me to continue to offer your company a negotiated rate, I would like to discuss how we could increase production by shifting more of your guests from a competitor to our hotel. I would like to discuss what needs to change for us to be the preferred hotel option.
Perfect. So we know they've got needs, kind of know where they're at. What do we got to do to shift you over to us kind of deal? Straight, quick to the point. And then a hot lead example. One more volunteer.
I'll do it. In our last conversation, you expressed your desire to add extended stay hotel rates to your current discounted rate structure. I am calling today to learn more about the extended stay travelers that you are working with so that we can offer you the best rates. I was referred to you by a mutual contact that we share, Jane Smith. Jane and I have worked together for years. She shared that you are currently looking for meeting space and guest rooms for your upcoming July event. Do you have a few minutes to share more about these specific needs and see how we can assist you?
Perfect. Thank you very much. Okay, so, after you've stated your purpose of the call and, you're asking your thought-provoking questions, kind of be silent then and give the client time to process, what we've just said. We don't want to jump into like the feature dumping at that point. Moments of silence. it might feel a little uncomfortable, but it's important that we let the prospect think about what we just said before they respond. And then once they respond, we just continue asking questions, going through the sales process, uncover more of their needs and offering a solution, and then deciding on next steps. All right, and then I've got voicemail prospecting is next. Go. Some more volunteers.
Sorry, GP, I volunteer, but
You can't see, I know. I'll read one. How about that? Cold lead examples. Okay, so the cold voicemail prospecting. This is Jenny from Hilton Garden Inn, Indianapolis Airport, and my return number is blah, 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 blah. I'm calling to discuss your upcoming November conference and how we can assist you with our great location within 10 miles of your corporate office and complimentary shuttle service. I will try calling you again on Thursday at 2 p.m. Again, this is Jenny from Hilton Garden Inn, and my number is blah, 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 blah. I look forward to connecting with you. So there's kind of an art to leaving voicemail messages. Name, why you're calling, and then you want to repeat in your number, and you kind of want to repeat that at the end too, to give them time, you know, to write down whatever your name and number if they're going to call you back or whatever. We're giving them the necessary information first, and then keep the message short, sweet, to the point. Make sure you're speaking slowly and clearly. That's key as well. You may also want to mention the time when you call, like they did in this example. You could also leave your email address if you wanted to, but try and keep them around 30 seconds or so. Warm lead example. Casey, picking on you.
It cuts like the bottom part off where like that little like taskbar thing is. But okay. This is Casey from Holiday Inn, Indianapolis Airport. My return number is blah, blah, blah. I'm calling to discuss how we can help your bottom line by offering you a discounted rate to your over 500 corporate travelers by adding us as a preferred hotel option. You currently have an average 10 travelers stay with us monthly that are paying a higher rate than they would if we had a contract in place. I will try calling you again on Thursday at 2 p.m. Again, this is Casey from the Holiday Inn, and my contact number, and I can't read the very last line.
It just says, I look forward to connecting.
Oh.
I don't know how to get rid of that darn bar. I'm sorry.
I'm like, maybe I don't know.
I can see it on mine. I don't know what the deal is. Technology, gotta love it. And then one more kind of cold call example. Dawn, will you be my last volunteer?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. It wasn't doing anything. This is Dawn Lemaster from the Hampton Inn, and my return number is blah, blah, blah. I am calling to discuss the proposal that you are currently reviewing. In order for me to offer the rates listed on the proposal, I wanted to remind you that it must be signed and returned by the 15th of the month. I don't want you to miss out on the cost savings. Please let me know if you have any questions prior to signing. I will try calling you again on Thursday at 2 p.m. Again, this is Dawn Lemaster from the Hampton Inn and Suites, and my number is blah, blah, blah. I look forward to connecting.
Awesome. Thank you. And that should say hot call example. I don't know why I put cold on there when I made this. So that was my mistake. That's a hot example. So great. Examples of voicemails. If you guys want to get some practice, leave your general manager a voice message and ask for their feedback, or give me a call, leave me a voicemail, ask for my feedback. I'm open to that. So whatever gets you guys a little more comfortable.
Are you going to email us those scripts that we just went over?
Yes, I'll email this deck, and I've got like 3 other documents of scripts for emails, voicemails, and telephone. Email, voicemail, yeah, and telephone. Scripts as well. Like pages of them that I'll send out to everybody, along with a couple other documents on like some prospecting sources to use, as well as an awesome Google prospecting document that I've had from a training that I took years ago, but I've kept it around because it's got some good tips on there as far as like going in and Googling your competition and stuff like that. So, all right, and then last but not least, email prospecting. So we all get tons of emails a day, so we know our clients are getting tons of emails a day as well, and their time's important, just like ours is. So when we're prospecting through email, we want to make sure that we're incorporating some critical elements to stand out, like your subject line. That's key to making the prospect open that email. Make them a little curious. Some examples of some good subject lines, or what you want to kind of stay away from, like gimmicks, like a bonus offer, or using some generic things like interested in your business kind of deal. Try adding like an RE, like on this example here, prior to your subject. RE, like upcoming November meeting or something like that. So I think it's like a reply. So that might get them to open it a little better. Some of the most effective words that you can use would be connect, cancellation, apply, opportunity, that kind of deal. We want to make sure that you demonstrate the understanding of the customer's core issues in business. Mention like a specific success story. Like if you saw an article in IBJ or something, you can kind of reference that as well to get them to open it. We want to make sure we're offering relevant and thought-provoking value. Connect your brand to the needs of the company. For example, if it's like a technology-focused company, you could speak to like online booking tools that we have for corporate accounts that the brands can do, digital check-in, digital key, that kind of deal. Credibility. Customers, they want to feel secure in their purchases and know that their expectations are being met. So we can kind of validate that credibility objectively by using a relevant success story, like a customer testimonial, for example, referral, maybe a recent TripAdvisor review or ranking to kind of give you that credibility. And then always make sure you offer like a next step in your email. You don't want, or you're not going to get what you're asking for, can we connect at this time? Like kind of how this example states. Try and do like no more than around 100 words or so in an email, so short and sweet. And I would recommend like no more than 3 questions in it. That way you can actually get them on the phone and truly qualify them. So here's a good example. They use that RE in the subject line. Top employer, virtual culture, which Shockt is a top places to work in 2021 as well as 22. So that is one of your guys' new uniques, and with shop calls getting ready to be back in swing, coming up with Q3. Remember your uniques. So top places to work 2021 and 2022, top 15% TripAdvisor, and then family owned and operated 1962. Y'all did fabulous on your shop calls in Q2, so I'm expecting even better. Keep that streak going. Oh, I'm missing Sarah. That's who I'm missing. How did I forget about Sarah? Okay. I'll read the sample. So this example says, John, congratulations on receiving the Top Employer Award. Recent press release mentions you use technology as an integral tool to foster your external partnerships. We at the Hilton Garden Inn also value culture and technology as a critical part of our company's success. Our brand focuses on online booking tools to make booking reservations and meetings simple and efficient. Did you know you can even select your exact guest room online? I would love to virtually connect over a WebEx, walk you through the tools, and see how we can work together. I sent you a calendar invite for Tuesday at 2 p.m. and Thursday at 3 p.m. Please let me know which time is most convenient. I have also attached a testimonial on how our online booking tools make a recent event a huge success. Look forward to our connection. That's a great email prospecting example right there. Next page. Here's another one. The social kind of impacting. John, last week when you spoke at the chamber event, it made me think of similarities in our work environments. Our brand participates in the Social Impact Global Week of Service, and last year our hotel teams volunteered in more than 3,800 projects. You guys can kind of flip that to Shawgut because we are big in community service, as you all know. We love working with organizations that have similar values and thought you may appreciate adding a hotel like ours to your preferred hotel list. I would like to invite you over for a tour next week to show you the ways that we are making a social impact and an environmental impact as well. Let me know if Tuesday morning or Thursday morning works best for you, as I am free on both of those days. Okay, and like I said, I've got more email, voicemail, telephone scripts that I will send to you guys after the call. So now let's talk about a little bit about who do you contact when making these calls. So you're just calling a random company and you're like, well, what department do I ask for? Kind of what title of person do I look for, kind of deal. So I went through and pulled out some of the most common ones that we probably are all prospecting. So the first one is like corporate and executive offices, corporate affairs. So questioning strategy. So who to contact at corporate affairs, investor relations, meetings and events, internal and corporate communications. And then what sort of questions we should be asking those people, like meetings and events. Do you plan meetings and events for the companies and investors? Public relations, do you contract with any other companies to assist with corporate affairs? Any special projects going on, that kind of deal. Executive offices, all contacts. So it's going to be your higher ups, your CEOs going straight to the top. Who secures the travel arrangements for any VIP or people on their executive team? Who should they contact in each department, kind of deal? Do any of your departments utilize outside consultants? Because then you could also prospect them as well. What about human resources? Who do you guys think you would contact if you were contacting a human resources? Like who to contact in human resources? They might have like a recruiting or training and development department in HR. Benefits, employee recognition. Bigger companies have more people in their HR department, so, or just the HR director, the person in charge of all of them. So there's some examples of what kind of questions to ask in each different department of HR. Then IT, which we had the email example from. Any upcoming projects. Usually IT companies have a lot of projects that go on and they bring in some outside third-party companies to help them. Any suppliers that they could share, because you could also prospect them. Computer consultants, if they're, implementing a new system or something, training on different product systems, that kind of deal. Oh, come on, slide. There it goes. Purchasing and procurement. So you contact the director, suppliers, vendors of the company. What vendors and suppliers do they have that visit their location? See if they'll give you a list of their current approved vendors. Any technicians that travel, support, and maintain automation software. If so, how long do they stay? Kind of deal. You might get some extended stay business out of it. Sales department, lots of different contacts that you could contact with the sales company. Trainings, regional directors, HR kind of deal. Do they do trainings? How often? When are they coming in? Do they have salespeople like out in the field, and kind of what's their rotating schedule kind of deal? Airport properties. I know this is a big one for you guys. Travel, airlines, travel managers, procurement kind of contacts. How do they handle travel? How do they communicate? Do they use a travel agency or a booking tool? And then airplanes, they do a lot of maintenance. So maintenance directors of different airlines would be a good one to contact. You know, they have mechanics that come in to work on planes that are broken down, or flight crew directors, you know, pilots, that kind of deal. Travel agencies, again, with them. Distressed passengers. I know you guys at the airport hand out your little distressed passenger coupons and stuff like that. Trainings like the Republic business that y'all have down there, that kind of deal. And then we've got construction, which was a big one, especially when pandemic hit. You know, we had those blue collar travelers and reaching out to them, trying to get that project business that's down there. Do they bring in, you know, out of town team members, contractors, consultants, that kind of deal? What other out of town team members visit the site during construction? They probably have executives wherever their, you know, headquarters is for their construction company. I know my husband works for a company out of Texas, and so they have their own like travel department that arranges all of their hotel stays and flights and all of that kind of deal. So you want to get to that person, and they're usually in HR or some sort of position like that in procurement. Hospitals is another big one that travels. Especially like traveling nurses, you know, people that travel around, they get moved around. So contacting, you know, hospital administrators, just directors of HR at hospitals, even rehab centers. Plastic surgery centers is a really good one because those patients usually have to, you know, stay around close to the surgery center. I know Carmel hotels do a lot with that. That kind of deal. Couple more. I kind of touched about like the temporary nurses, traveling nurses kind of deal. Trainings is a big one. I know corporates, you know, starting to come back a little stronger than what it has. I think each month it gets a little better. So companies are getting back to doing their manual trainings. I know at Keystone, she's got a couple of nice clients that do constant trainings throughout the year, which is great. So contacting those, you know, training directors, any new employee trainings, new hire, that kind of deal. Industry trainings as well. Travel agencies and colleges. We all know sports teams, they travel. Usually HR, deans, athletic directors are good ones. I know the airport has some good success with like some college universities with football, especially, it seems like, because they come in, stay on a Friday. They always have Saturday games, and then kind of we're a good stopping point being in the middle there at the airport. So that's always good to contact them. And then last but not least, some government travel. So there's lots of government. There's a good website on here that you can kind of look up personnel at. Commanders, public affairs, family services, National Guard stuff, that kind of deal. So like I said, I'll send all this to you. I know I kind of went over it briefly. I'm trying to get you guys out of here. I wanted to keep this to less than an hour. But then, so that's prospecting. And then, so why do we prospect? What are the benefits of prospecting?
To get
Anybody?
new business.
Exactly. Well, we gain control. You know, when we prospect, we target specific market segments that we need at our hotel based on the location of our hotel. Now, if we're simply just taking inquiries, you know, from incoming calls, we're not taking full control of our sales network. Big thing that it benefits is relationships. And we know that's what sales is. It's building those relationships with our clients. Prospecting transforms, you know, how clients relate to us. We become a valuable resource, kind of that trusted advisor kind of deal. We share information and knowledge regarding our market, and the effect that has on hotel rates. You know, we got to educate our clients as well. And then they get to trust us and know us as that consultant who can, you know, positively impact their business and vice versa. And then opportunities. That's what we get from prospecting as well. It only takes, one prospecting call to create many opportunities. You could secure business immediately or gain a referral based on appointments. Each call enhances that relationship further, lays out a foundation for doing future business when the time is right. They might not have a need now. That's the whole point of our list, right? We contact them once a quarter to keep, that relationship going. If they don't have a need right now, but when they do, who are they going to call? Us, because we've built that relationship with them. Okay. So that's all I got. Any questions? Was this beneficial, helpful at all?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it was great, Jenny, thanks.
Yeah.
You're welcome. And I'll send all this stuff out to you guys right after this call. Make sure you get this deck along with the other. I've got some of them pulled up here actually. So this is the sources little spreadsheet that I have for you guys. Based on if you're prospecting competition, a different market, customer, some different websites that you can utilize as well. And then I highlighted some key ones that are most common. And then, where's my Google Doc? Did I close it? There it is. Went to Edge. I don't know why that's weird. Then this is it was 2019 when I took this conference. This Google Doc that I was telling you guys about at the beginning. Some of you might already have this from some past trainings if you've been with me for a while. But good tips on here on like exact things to put into Google, like with these plus signs to get better results, to find trainings, to find meetings, conventions, whatever it might be. So I will make sure I get all of this out to you all. And success, I got you in and out in less than an hour. And then if there's any other like specific industry that you're wanting, who do I contact kind of deal, reach out to me, let me know. I've got much more than what I put on that slideshow. If I'd have put them all on there, it'd have been 2 hours long. So just let me know if you'd like some more information on that and I'll get it over to you as well.
Thank you.
Thank you all. You all have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you, you too.
Thanks, GP.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.